stolen car out of Beverly Hills. We understand Beverly Hills Police Department initiated the pursuit. CHP took over for a good time. It was on the freeway, hence the CHP getting involved. But jumping off the freeway here along the 105, I believe, and onto surface streets where, you know, the danger to the motoring public increases exponentially with cross traffic, the potential for pedestrian traffic. And again, at night, you know, potentially not seeing this coming up behind you. Gil, it looks as though CHP's backed off.
They have. Let me come out to a wider shot. You see the unit there about a block behind the vehicle, the lead vehicle. The other two vehicles that got in the way, we haven't seen them since. We're not sure what their location is. Here he goes, wrong side of the street, northbound on Main Street, and he's going to go back into the regular side of lanes. But let me come out wider, and you see the next intersection here. He's got a red light. He's got cross traffic coming up into this intersection. And oh boy, look at this white car coming through. He's going to join that white car in the turn. Here comes a CHP out of that intersection. So continuing now westbound here, this is going to be on Slauson, a very busy street as well. So it's going to pass underneath us here.
And here, as we're trying to reestablish a signal with you, we just lost you for a second there. You know, we have the CHP that's behind him right now on Surface Street, you know, which is unusual. And so as we're going through South LA at these speeds of like 70 miles per hour, and going through intersections there, another, you know, near miss, you know, as he's blowing through these intersections, you know, even at this hour, there's bound to be traffic there. They're getting a little bit closer. He's slowing down a little bit. Is it right?
Straight ahead, Mike, straight ahead.
Okay, so he's speeding up a little bit and going ahead of the, oh, what is that? Is he throwing something out of the car?
Yeah, it looked like he might have done just that. Oftentimes they'll throw what they believe to be evidence they don't want law enforcement to see. They'll throw it right out the window. Hard to say if that's in fact what happened there, but again, it's a stolen car and this suspect is desperate to get away. Gil, any indication as to whether there are any passengers in this Kia Soul?
You know, we haven't heard that yet, Mike and Cher. No idea if there's passengers in there. We're trying to get a look in the vehicle, but couldn't really see. Look at that move right there as that light turned green. He got in front of all the traffic there. But, yeah, no word on if there's additional people in the vehicle right now. Again, this pursuit exited at the 105 freeway at Vermont. That's when he got into the South LA area. And now here we are here on Slauson westbound, just past Denker, and the pursuit continuing here at a high rate of speed. Let me come out again wide, and let's see. CHP still there, about a block behind. That's good. The airship overhead, but the vehicle continuing to drive at a high rate of speed here, and no sight of those other ones, thankfully.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting into a more industrial area. Is that what we're looking at, and a little less traffic? Oh, well, it looks like there's still some cars on the road there.
Yeah, we do have Crenshaw Boulevard here in a short distance. He's traveling so fast that we're going to be there in about 30 seconds. But running red lights here without regard to those cross-traffic situations with the other vehicles in those intersections.
Wow.
Boy, just really flirting with disaster, going through these intersections with red lights at this speed. You know, you just can't see it coming. The cross traffic, oftentimes there are buildings obstructing, and it's just a minor miracle that this driver has not hit someone to this point. Again, yeah, look, this is and just so dangerous and at such high speeds here. Again, this. For a while there, we saw another car involved, somehow trying to aid the suspect in his efforts to get away by getting in the way of the CHP officers as they were on the ground in pursuit. But that car has since fallen off. Hard to say whether CHP went after that driver as well, but certainly breaking a number of laws in an effort to help this suspect continue to break more laws as he's fleeing now in a stolen car, felony evading, and the list of charges will grow here as this pursuit continues. But Gil, it looks as though, you know, CHP is doing the best they can to stay behind this driver. Another red light and another example of the wanton disregard. This driver is just doing things that are incredibly dangerous at any time of day to be doing this on surface streets.
It absolutely is very dangerous right now. The driver not caring about the red lights whatsoever. The problem for the CHP units is that they have to watch for that cross traffic. But look at, there's the CHP unit still in this pursuit. These are professional law enforcement officers that know how to drive a pursuit, that's for sure. But we're now southbound on La Brea here from Slauson, and we'll see what happens as it goes southbound here. Looks like a little better traffic down La Brea here. That's good news, but the CHP right on this tail.
Yeah, CHP right on his tail. I mean, and this suspect has been going pretty fast. I mean, I saw the odometer clock in at about 105 at one point just a couple of minutes ago, going down that road and down that street, and it's just mind-boggling that no one's been hurt. You know, as he's just passing through and blowing through the intersections, and that the CHP is still able to keep up with him. In fact, so now that he's making his way down La Brea, which can be pretty empty during this time, if you're saying southbound, he's going to end up, you know, hitting. Look at this. At this speed, he's going to do this.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
That is aggressive.
Yeah.
Trying to block him in actually there. We don't usually see that kind of a move, but yeah, he was thinking about the pit maneuver and then thought he would block him in, but the driver able to get around that LA or that CHP officer. Here he goes, a right-hand turn onto a side street. This is going to be, I believe this is Hyde Park. Hyde Park for sure. He's going to go westbound on Hyde Park into a neighborhood. This is so dangerous. Hopefully no one's out walking on this street. High speeds there.
And a quick breakup of the signal. All right, we're back with you, Gil. Again, let's keep in mind this is a Kia Soul. This driver is asking a lot of this car to be driving it the way he's driving it.
Absolutely. I've driven one of these. A friend of mine has one, and they're pretty sporty. They can go pretty quick. They're pretty easy to handle. But at this point, the driver going back towards Crenshaw, but now he's going to go up northbound on Acacia here into a street with a lot of apartments.
This is, you know, really problematic at this time. You know, when you go into these neighborhoods and you wonder if the foot bail is about to happen, right? And you hear the helicopter overhead, and you know, a lot of the time you get looky-loos that come outside that want to take video and social media and do that sort of thing. You know, we advise you that you stay indoors. We don't know, you know, you don't know what this person is capable of. If they're capable of going 105 miles per hour down the surface streets trying to escape cops, they're capable of doing about anything to make sure that they can run and hide, including breaking into your home, including hiding in your home. And so, you know, you just want to steer clear of that. So thankfully he's left that neighborhood and back on Surface Street. It looks like he's on Centinela Avenue. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. We're eastbound here now. We'll see if the CHP is trying to get into that pit maneuver position right here. We are hearing also about a possible spike strip up ahead. Here we go. Let's see if he does it. Oh, he just missed it right there on that U-turn. He had an opportunity, but just missed his chance there to get that bumper and spin him around. But here he comes back again. He's going to say, I'm going to try to get you again here, and he might do it. You've got a spike strip that we're hearing that might be in place somewhere on this street, but here he goes. He's going to make a left-hand turn. This is going to be southbound into a side street. And looking for, this is Enterprise, he's looking for, that officer that is looking for the opportunity to get that rear end and spin it around on that pit maneuver.
And it'll be tougher to do on a narrow street like this with all the parked cars, but the CHP known for aggressive tactics, and don't be surprised if you see something aggressive here. This CHP officer has made several attempts at a pit maneuver. He's just missed by a matter of inches on a couple of opportunities, and the driver continues to push along here. They attempted a pit where they scraped a portion of that rear fender up. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, here we go.
He went after that officer that was blocking. Here goes a foot chase. He's got a hand in his pocket. That's not a good sign. Mike, go right. Slide right. And he's going to continue up the street here. The CHP trying to get other units. This guy's pretty light on his feet there. That's going to be tough for those officers, but they got another unit that pulled up ahead. He's got his hand in his shirt, though, in his pocket. He's going to go in between the houses here, the apartments, but we're going to try to get over to get that shot for you. In the back side of the apartment, we're going to follow that night sunlight because that's where that's where the guy's going to be. There he goes. He goes over the fence there.
There he is.
And there's a dog that's in that backyard. You can see him there very well there. He's got looks like he might have a cell phone. trying to find a way out. He's going to go back over that tall fence.
Wow.
They're going to have him pinned in here. They're setting up a good perimeter now into someone's backyard on the other side of that fence.
And this is
And
when we
we'll see
tell
which
you
way
to
he goes.
lock your
So
windows,
about
lock your
8
doors,
o'clock,
stay
Mike.
indoors. Oh, my.
Yeah, no doubt. Lock your doors.
Yeah, this is incredible. So you had a CHP officer actually stop his patrol car. They actually might not realize he's right on the other side of that wall. You see the officers
Right.
there, and the
Go to
suspect
2 o'clock, Mike.
right next to that little outbuilding there, that little shed,
Sure.
which would be just over the wall from where those officers were standing a moment ago. But they're getting closer here as they move in on the suspect. The officer's car was parked crossways on the road with the door open, and it looked as though the suspect vehicle actually hit the door of that CHP patrol car and nearly ran down the officer as well as he came crashing into the door and ended up coming to a stop.
Yeah, and then that's where he got out of the car. The suspect got out of the car and started running, but the officer was already out of the car, like you said, and started running after him. And it looks like they're closing in on the suspect who's just in that little
Right down this little alley. See?
alley right
There he
there.
goes.
There he is.
The CHP officers are all around this building, so he has really nowhere to go.
Yeah.
They have units or officers there. You see the officers in the backyard there, just on the other side of the fence. They're trying to make communication with the airship, I should say. He's back out onto Enterprise, right by the. Okay, they got to run. Mike, go forward.
Yeah.
Forward.
Looks
And it looks like they're making contact with him now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
just on the other
We're
side
going
of
to
that
try to get around the
apartment
building.
Yeah, it looks as though they've got him. You know, fatigue sets in at some point, and that point, it looks like, has passed for the suspect as he tried to run out onto the street and had nothing left in the tank, as they say. And it looks as though they've got him right there. Gil, you see him through the trees?
Yeah, we're going to move around that tree a little bit more, Micah, to get a better look here. There's some trees that are blocking us, but it looks like they have him in custody. It sounds like they do. And they do have him stop there. They're going to walk him out. There he is. A great job by the California Highway Patrol to get this driver into custody.